True crime with Dale Forsyth here again. I had to take a little break from the. I don't think I might have nothing else to come up on the Chance case yet, due to I think I covered everything I could see possibly covered. That case, in my eyes, has to be the point of who picked them up. Other than that, I call this a crime because people didn't listen when a Native American chief spoke and told them about the New Jersey 55 highway. And as you can see, the little black line and circle that I have put up on the map of New Jersey 55, which one day I hope to get out to this area to pay my respects, due to the fact that people that built this part of the highway, which leads to the highway at top, as you can see the line reaching, and the highway down below, which is 322, I believe. And I forget what the one above that Monroe sign is, but that highway right along here, leading to the top black line, and in between is all Native American living, and they also a grave, which people were warned not to build over. It was sacred land. And of course, they did not listen. Tragedy struck throughout the highway with workers and some, maybe, I believe, some drivers, but you can say a curse has been put on this section. So I very highly recommend that you beware of traveling on that highway. If you have ever thought of taking a little trip or need to get through that way in that area or live. But more or less the people that was warned that started building it, though, was the ones that suffered the most. So, but I still think there could be something more there entirely due to a curse. And I always say this is why the Skinwalker was made, to keep people off that sacred land. So I haven't even looked yet if they had any Skinwalker sites in this area, mind you. Because like I say, with strong Native American dwellings, and I've proven that throughout my New England triangle, that Skinwalkers have been seen. So I wasn't even thinking of looking up any area or in this area for any type of Skinwalker sighting. But this is something I really would love to get to, knowing that it's a Native American burial ground, to pay my respects. And who knows, maybe one day make sure the Native American spirits there will understand that I'm there to tell their story. But other than that, like I said, be very careful if you happen to travel throughout that part of the highway. Like I said, as you can see the black line in between the two highways, which would be right this one and this one there. All that circled in area is Native American dwelling. And like I said, burial ground. So be safe, people out there. Be safe. Beware. As I tell you, a lot really depends on where the land was tampered with. Is where you're going to find a lot of hauntings. And maybe even some Skinwalker sightings. But I always got to make sure I tell the tale of the Native Americans. And this is one of them. I've been meaning to do this. I have seen, this a long time ago, probably last year, 2 years, so very distracted and stuff and needed to get some stuff done, but this was one of them. to make sure everybody understands. Washington Township. As you can also see, in a comical way, Voorhees. Hell, you might have some Jason Voorhees out there. Beware. But in all seriousness, Native American land while crossing, please pay your respect. Till that next video, be safe, take care. Always respect and believe in the Native American spirits. So yes, always. And make sure, I would say, to stop off the side of the highway if you're traveling it. In my opinion, what I do, sit Indian style, raise your right hand over your head just like this. And that's paying respect to the Native American. Actually, I didn't do this, but I need to bring up that story on that Native American that rose his right arm up for like 10 years and literally destroyed his arm and crippled it for the meaning that he wanted peace throughout the world at that time. And that, my people, remember, this don't stand for Hitler. It stands for welcomeness, peace from the Native Americans. It's their way of literally saying hi also. Always remember that. Disregard anything you see of Hitler, because he stole that from the Native Americans, just like he stole and murdered lives of the poor Jewish community, because he was just a piece of shit. Other than that, out.